This is a message that I would like to give the ruler of Sharjah, UAE, Dr. Sheikh Sultan. I would also give this message to his son, Sheikh Khalid bin Sultan Al-Qasimi, and to all the members of the Al-Qasimi family in Sharjah, UAE. I know you must be shocked. Who is this tattooed guy? What is this? He looks like Muslims call me Shaitan, Haram, the Jinn, the evil one. Even Christians call me the Antichrist. But I was a resident of Sharjah. I lived in Sharjah for nearly 30 plus years of my life. My parents came down in the 80s. They worked for Bukhatir Investments, who is a billionaire. He had Imitac, and I stayed and studied in Sharjah Indian School. I lived in Rola, I lived in Al-Wada, I lived near Clock Tower, Sharjah Clock Tower roundabout. I lived near Hamariya Cinema, Al-Hamra Cinema, yes. And before I left, I stayed near the Sharjah General Post Office. I even worked in Sharjah for an electrical switchgear company. So I have lived in Sharjah, I've seen Sharjah grow, and I'm very proud to say I consider Sharjah as, or UAE as my home, my, like they say, motherland, a place where I grew up. So I have very fond memories. I would like and request you to keep these tattoos, the Islamic belief that I'm a jinn, a haram, shaitan, for few minutes, keep it aside. Yes, I do have videos where I speak about bad practices of Islam. Yes, I do have videos where I'm bashing up Muslims for the wrong they have done. Yes, I do have videos where I've spoken on things which are not allowed or permitted in Islam. But this is not a video about me. This is a video about your children, your residents who are staying in Sharjah, UAE. I just request you, please listen to this message. Ignore my ugly face. Ignore that I look like a mentally unstable person. Just listen to my message and then you decide if what I'm saying is right or wrong. Right now, the people of Sharjah, UAE, are suffering. There is not only flood, there is contaminated water, there is sewage, and there are so many videos that are circulating online. I am not only speaking, I'm in touch with people of Sharjah. I used to stay opposite Safir supermarket, that building exactly opposite in Sharjah, near Al Majaz Park. That area is completely flooded and there is floating sewage, which is, waste, human waste, which is floating. There are more than 6,000 expatriates, 6,000 volunteers who are busy helping other people, giving them water, giving them food, giving them medicines. And because they know that this water is contaminated, they are taking tetanus injections before jumping into the water that is filled with sewage. They are risking their lives. Their husbands, the wives, the mothers, the fathers, even the children are working to help the residents. Your Highness, you are the ruler of that emirate. You are the father of that emirate, the father of that nation. These are your children. It is you who has to help. Please don't feel bad when I'm saying this. I request you, just listen to my message. You are a Muslim. You go to the mosque to pray 5 times, or you pray to Allah 5 times. Maybe I would never have the honor of being a Muslim. Maybe I would never know what it is to be a Muslim. And I'm not worthy. I don't consider myself worthy. But you are a good Muslim. And why I say this? Because I've listened to your calls where when Emirati from Sharjah, when they would call up the radio station and say, I don't have money. I don't have money to pay for food. My husband is in jail because of a loan that was not paid. I don't have money to send my child for education. You generously, without anyone asking you, you paid off the loans of so many Emiratis. You provided for families that didn't have housing by giving them free houses. You have saved people's lives. You have given them free education. You are a good man because, and the reason why I say this also is not to flatter you. Sharjah does not allow alcohol. Sharjah does not allow pork. Sharjah does not allow nightclubs because you follow the footsteps and the precepts laid down by Islam. But you have also seen the world. Your son, the late Khalid Al-Qasimi, was a fashion designer. He traveled the world. He was a very gifted, talented young man who sadly passed away. And I covered that topic and I expressed condolences and pain because I love Sharjah. I consider you the father of the emirate and I respect all that you have done. I was lucky enough to stay there when, I didn't have tattoos. And when I had tattoos, I stayed quietly. I was still provided a visa. The funny thing is, though Dubai is modern, I was not arrested. I was arrested in Dubai, considering I was a shaitan, a jinn, a evil one. But Sharjah, they never arrested me, even though the police used to see me. So it's very odd, because I believe Sharjah is filled with love. I am requesting you, please, you go to pray in the mosque 5 times and you raise your hand to Allah and say, you are a merciful God, you are a protector, we are your children. You pray to Allah and you ask Him for blessings. You are in a powerful position to help your children in Sharjah, Muslims, Hindus, Christians, human beings. All you need to do is one phone call to call the army, the military, the Department of Health. Every Emirati listening to your request will be ready to die for you. All I'm requesting you, you have the resources, you have the power. Please call the military, please call the Department of Health, please call every policeman, every fire department personnel. Please clean up those streets. All you have to do is just one phone call. Your Highness, when you sit with your children and you eat food, you're feeding them good food. There are families there who do not have this good food. You're walking with your children in the garden and it's clean. There is sewage. And these are not beggars, these are working class professionals. I know you love your citizens. I know you love and care for Emiratis. But these expatriates are the ones who run your country. Without these expatriates, Sharjah cannot function. You know that. You have traveled the world. You are a wise man. I've seen you. I've seen you from afar in Sharjah book exhibition. I've seen your son during a wedding. He saw my face. I had tattoos that time. I saw him at the wedding near the Sharjah Expo, the new one. I remember the old one, which was in the 70s and 80s. My mother used to go and work there. It was near the Grand Saudi Mosque, that area, in the 70s and 80s. Today it is near a new location, near Al Taun Mall, the Sharjah Expo. I saw your son. I was afraid to shake hands with him. Your son's name, Khalid bin Sultan Al-Qasimi. I saw him. He saw me. He must have thought I was some kind of idiot because I was nervous. So I've seen you. I've grown up. My mother used to go and wish all the ruling family members during Eid, and she used to get Eidi. She used to get food. They used to treat her like a sister. I know you're a man filled with love and compassion, but I do not know why you're not helping. Please, instead of going to pray to Allah 5 times a day, instead of these actions will bless you million times over. All it takes is one phone call. And if you make a call to Dubai, if you make a call to Abu Dhabi, they will send their entire task force and clean Sharjah in not even 24 hours, less than that. Please, Your Highness. This shaitan, this jinn, this evil guy, I'm a nothing, I'm a nobody. I'm not the hero of this story. I'm not. I'm just a person who was blessed by you to live in Sharjah, to have his childhood. You're like a father figure to me. And you have seen my videos where I have admired you, Sheikh Mohammed Baba Zayed, the founding father of Abu Dhabi. Yes, I'm critical about UAE. Yes, I speak bad words. Yes, I'm tattooed, I'm haram, I'm jinn, I'm evil. Yes, I make fun of sometimes even Islamic scriptures and Muslims when they do bad things. Yes. But like I told you, this video is not about me, Your Highness. Please, there are families who are suffering. There are children who are suffering. They are your children. Please, if you help them, Allah will bless you so many times over. You have the power to help these people. Just one phone call. The army, the military, the emergency task force, the Ministry of Health, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, everyone will come. In less than 24 hours, you can clean it all up. Please, I don't know why you're ignoring them. I am requesting you on behalf of each and every resident that stays in Sharjah, Muslim, Hindu, Christian, Egyptian, Misri, uh, Palestinian, uh, anybody, whether they hate me, whether they like me. These families are under your mercy. Allah has given you so much of power, so much of capacity. All it takes is a phone call. Sir, you're a father figure to me. You gave me and my mother and our family a life. Forgive me for making this video, but please help them. These people are taking tetanus shots before jumping into the sewage, and now they are sick. They are breaking down, they are crying, they need your help. They have lost money with property damage, vehicle damage, some are losing their jobs. Please help them. That's all I'm requesting you through this video. Please.